Hello, hi there. I'm Elena and I am happy to be back. It's been a while since I've filmed a sit down video, so it's nice that I'm sitting here again and filming. I think the reason I haven't filmed is I've been wondering what to really talk about on here, and I've just been going through life, and it's been I've been hard on myself about narrowing down what I actually want to talk about, but I have decided, and um, this is an inspiration from a K-drama that I was watching that is called Like Flowers in the Sand, and it's just about late bloomers. And I consider myself a late bloomer because I think at this point in my life, I'm at a place where I feel I can't even call it a transitioning period, but more of I felt stagnant sort of. I felt left behind, and it was so refreshing for me to see that drama because it changed my perspective on myself. And I want to share that with anyone else that can relate, honestly. So if you are a late bloomer like me and you just feel like everybody is ahead of you and you are not running at the pace that everyone else is running at, I think this video will be of great help to you. I actually wrote down a few things about late bloomers and what the drama taught me, so maybe I can just read some of the things that I wrote. And what I wrote was, I think the title of what I wrote was Some Flowers Bloom Later. I think the theme of my life is that everything has its own time. It's funny how what made me realize this is watching a K-drama that was released last year, but I only watched it yesterday and today, and I actually loved it. My sister always complained that she would recommend music to me and I wouldn't like it then, but time would pass by and I would discover the same songs by myself and actually like them. The same thing has happened with some TV shows. I would see them being advertised and would not care for them at that particular time. But after some time has passed, they'll just fall right into place and I would actually love and appreciate them more than I would have had I watched them on time. And I put that in. So small mundane things like this have made me realize that life is all about timing. Everything has to fall into place at the right time for you to cherish and enjoy it more. So cheers to timing. It will all fall into place when it's supposed to. Because we are not all supposed to. I don't know, we live in a society where you are supposed to start at the same starting line. That is you going to school, you finishing school, and you graduating, and you getting a job, getting married, having kids, all these accomplishments that you're supposed to have at a certain age. Mind you, you're supposed to achieve this before 30. And if you haven't, then you start feeling like you failed or you're behind because other people are achieving these things and they've accomplished these things. And if you haven't ticked all of them off by the time that you are 30, you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm behind in life. And I've been feeling that way about myself. It's very easy to compare yourself to people, I think, because I look at people that are my age and people that I've finished school with, and I can't help but compare myself to them, but that does nothing for me. It's not beneficial for me in the long run. So I've been thinking that actually what I've done for my mental health this year is just to block out all negativity. If I feel any negative emotion when I'm doing something or around someone, then I just prefer to remove myself from that situation, and that has been quite helpful to me. But also watching this drama, because the main character in here was, I don't want to call him a wrestler, but he was a Korean wrestler and he had not won his championship he won his championship at 28, and that was considered to be late in life because all his other friends had found their careers and they had won their championships, his brothers included, and he had not won anything, and he was on the verge of giving up and like finding a new path in life. And he, just when he was about to do that, the timing fell right into place and he won his first championship at 28. And that is why it was, the main message behind the drama was not all flowers bloom at the same time. And that is so true. And I think if you're like me, that is advice that you should take and carry, that maybe it's just not time for you to bloom yet, but your time is coming. Mind you, I'm sorry, I made hot chocolate, and if I just keep rambling on, it's gonna get cold and it won't be nice anymore. I'm sorry, pardon. But basically that is what I wanted to talk about. That if we are constantly, me myself included, if we're constantly comparing ourselves to people, we will never see how far we've come. We will never see our own achievements because they'll never be enough, because I'll always be looking at my neighbor and thinking, oh wow, they did this, I did not do that, disregarding everything else that I've accomplished just because it does not measure up to that standard, which is, mind you, not my standard of success. It's what I found here already when I was born into it. It's how society is made up. And I think for your own well-being and for peace, you should not subscribe to dreams that are not yours. You should not subscribe to goals that are not yours just because society says that you should, because it leaves you with nothing but emptiness and feeling like a failure, and nobody deserves to feel like a failure. I know I've felt like that and I don't want to anymore. Every day is a battle for me to remind myself to not think that way and have a healthy mindset, especially when I sort of pictured myself to be somewhere at this age and I'm not, and I don't have the things that I thought that I would have. I've not achieved the things that I thought I would have achieved yet. So while in that process, I started forgetting about the things that I've actually achieved, and I just felt like I failed. And it's also not easy when people around you constantly make you feel like a failure just because you're not meeting up to their expectations. But I think all in all, well, what I'm trying to say is not all flowers bloom at the same time. Everybody has their own timing. Your timing is gonna come and you will be happy then, but also be happy now, but you'll be much, you would appreciate it even more by the time it comes. Because I'm a believer, and I believe that God's timing is always right, and I should not rush things just because of the pressure from society. Everything will fall into place when it's supposed to. Like what I read before, I think with my life, it has always been like that. Things fall into place when they're supposed to. And I believe so. So I hope whoever is listening to this, I've encouraged you in a way. And if you relate to my story, then cheer up, because you will bloom. Just not, maybe it's just not your timing to bloom yet, but you will bloom. Bye.